Rose is such a beautiful and versatile floral note, and I can wear it year round. But here are my top 5 rose picks for fall. I think Rose and Blackcurrant is a match made in heaven, and Damask is a perfect example. This fragrance shares a lot of similarities with Delina with some big differences. So in here, the Blackcurrant replaces that sharp, bitter rhubarb, and the rose in here is sweeter and a little bit more jammy. There's something a little bit zingy and zesty in the opening, and this fragrance is just so intoxicating and smooth in the dry down, and I would choose this any day over Delina. Aqua Allegoria Forte Rosa Palisandro is not going to be for everybody, but there are going to be people out there that will love this perfume. This is a rosewood fragrance. This is very different from most of the fragrances in the Aqua Allegoria line, which feature more fresh citrusy fragrances. This is a dark woody fragrance with a spicy rose geranium combination. And the rose in here is a little bit green. Geranium also smells a little bit green to me, so this is rose geranium with a little bit of maybe crushed green leaves. So it's dry, it's a little bit crispy. The spices in here are coriander, almost goes into that cilantro zone, but doesn't quite get there. And there's something in here that borders on being a little bit vegetal, almost like heading into that dill zone, but it doesn't quite get there. But there's enough of that in here, which makes it not very safe if you're really, really sensitive to that herbal vegetal thing. And unlike most of the fragrances in the Aqua Allegoria category, this thing lasts forever. It is a beast. It's gonna last 12 hours. Speaking of very strong roses, Royal Reflection is one of those. Without even trying it, I sprayed it like 8 times, and that was a little bit too much because this is a strong fragrance. It's passion fruit, it's rose, it's woods patchouli, and it's along the lines of something like a Portrait of a Lady with a teensy bit of musk and fruity notes, and it's just a much more toned down version of that fragrance. So if you like Portrait of a Lady, you're absolutely gonna love this. Portrait of a Lady just proved to be a little bit too much for me. This one is more up my alley as long as I don't overspray. It's absolutely perfect, and this to me is like dressed up, elegant date night little black dress in a bottle. Another date night fragrance is Dark Rose by Octavia Morgan. This is a dark, fruity, spicy rose. The rose in here is dark and velvety, and there is a beautiful plum note in here with some vanilla. Even though it has some sweeter notes, it's not overly sweet. It has a touch of spiciness, maybe a little bit of nutmeg, maybe a little bit of pink pepper, and a gorgeous, very easy to take patchouli in the base to anchor it. Another one that has tremendous lasting power. And finally, my favorite in this list is Hypnotizing Fire, one of my favorite fragrances in my entire collection. I've said it time and time again, but to me, this is like if you took sangria, you removed the fruits, replaced it with a beautiful rose, some spices, some amber, and a little bit of a vegetal touch. You're going to come up with this completely unisex, very, very intoxicating, dressed up date night, long lasting, and compliments when you wear it. So those are some of my choices for fall. I'd love to hear yours.